Okay, I'm going to do a quick game of chess to just kind of show you how it's done. Now, this isn't a pawn, but I couldn't find the other pawn, so it's a bear or a bunny or something, but that counts as a pawn. So, white moves first. So, this is white. Obviously, those are the clear colors. So, as a pawn, you can decide to move 2 down. So, I'm going to, you can either go 1, your first, or any turn with a pawn 1 time. You can go 1 or 2. So I'll say 2 down with him. Right there, that pawn, move 2. Then I say that they take this pawn right here, move him 2. See, they made a mistake. What I could do now is I could take this pawn, go 1 or 2, don't matter, say 1. Because if I go 2, then that pawn could take me. But I want to trick them out, so I'm actually going to go 2 with that pawn right there. So I'm going to go 2. They take their pawn. They don't realize this move yet, so they go boom. They take my pawn out. Oh, he's gone. He's out of the game. He's dead. But then what I can do with my queen, she can go up as far diagonally as possible, so I can go all the way up here with her diagonally, and the king is right here. So, checkmate. King goes diagonal this way. Checkmate still. King is done. Checkmate. Game's over. I'm winner. I lost 1 pawn. They got their king a checkmate. See, you can trick them out doing that if they make that move. But let's do a game where they won't make that move. So we all bring our pieces back to where they started. And I still get to go first. See, that would have been a 2-move checkmate, but it would actually be a 4-move checkmate because... But it can be the other way around. Say they, take pawn right here, 2. Then they leave their king open for, no, wait, no, wrong pawn, sorry. Okay, this pawn right here, 2. Pawn right there between the king, diagonally. See it diagonally. Then, well, their queen is right here, and they have to go diagonal, so 2 again. Distract him, take this piece out, not realizing it. And then, boom, queen. Checkmate. King's in checkmate. That's just a general 2-move checkmate. See? I had to open to the queen and to the other pieces they moved, but okay. Now let's do a real game where we know about the 2-move checkmate, so we won't make that chance again. So, now I go first. I go 2 on this one, right here. They go 2. See, they left their king to an opening. Bad move to make, because any opening you give to your king could be an easy takedown if you know how to play the game. So let's say instead of doing that move, they do the same thing I just did. They go 2 down here. Or 1. 2 or 1. Well, take my castle and go, boom, up here. Castles can go up sideways as far as they can without passing over other units. But units that can pass over are the horses, the knights, or this one right here. So he can go down 2 over 1, or go down 1 over 2. Well, in this case, he has to go down 1 over 2. So he goes here, right there. They put their knight. So I can take this piece right here, move it over here. Well, you see, I have an opening to take out their knight if they don't move it. But the second I did, this pawn would take me out diagonally. So I won't make that move. Because pawns can only take out an opponent diagonally. So I moved my piece there. Now it's their turn. They would take this pawn moving down 2. You know, so I'm gonna give, so that pawn is right there, and my next move, well, I take this pawn, I take their pawn out. Boom. And the knight cannot take out the pawn because he has to go in an L shape, but he can only move 3. But he can do 1, 2, 3. He can go over here on the other side of my pawn. He's safe for now. Now what I could do is I could take my castle and I could go, because if I don't take, yeah, so yes, I would take my castle and I would go here. I would corner him. So he would have either go back, see, he could go back 1, 2, 3. There's the only space that he can go back. So to protect himself without a consequence to my piece, he would take his piece and go back here, protecting it from my castle. But then he just made a mistake, so boom. I took out their horse and my pawn, diagonally. Boom, horse gone. Now, they could try to make another move, but they can do this to my pawn. Boom. So I got 2 of their pieces, they got 1 of mine. But they just opened themselves up for a lot of hurt. So I go here with my, see, I'm only using my 2 pieces. Depending on how bad you are at the game, this could be an easy win. I mean, I could wait for them to make their move. They take this horse, they go over here. I go up and I take this pawn out. Boom. Well, they have no way to take it out and want to hit move. So what the queen will do, to try to get me scared, will take her piece, go down 1. Or 2, don't matter. But she just goes down 1 right here. So you see, she moved down that 1. And I can't go diagonal with this guy, so if I don't move him, she'll take him out. So I go back down here in front of this pawn. My next move to keep him alive. Then she goes diagonally and boom, he's trapped. But even if he's just my castle, so even if she takes him, they will lose the queen. Next move, I use that pawn to take it. So he's safe. Unless she wants to take the chance. So my move, I will go 2 up right here. He goes 1, 2, 1 right here. Then again, gotta so I'll make him go up 1. So say they want to do this. 1, 2, 1 right here. They made a mistake, but only to let my king do this. Boom. Take him out with my king going diagonal. Kings can only move in 1, but they can move in any direction. But my king is still safe. Nothing can take him out. So their queen goes shoo right there, blocking my pawn. Pawns can only take out diagonally, so pawn blocked in, king's right there. So I decided to go up here with my other castle. See? If she uses her queen, well, she can't use her queen anyway, because my king could take it out. But even if so, no matter what she does, her queen's going to be taken and my king's going to be fine. So I'm perfectly safe. Take this pawn right here, the bunny pawn, go 2. Well, then my next move, I'll take my castle right here and go kablooey. Their other pawn is dead now. Okay, well, I took that pawn out. These pieces, I haven't used them yet. See, the next move, since this piece is definitely going to be taken out next, because nothing can, well, except for the castle right here, I guess, hasn't moved. But I'm just going to say this piece, since my one castle, okay, I didn't even realize that move until just now, but then this piece will go shoo down diagonally and take out this piece. Take out my castle. So, see, that piece can go diagonally, and it took out my castle. But it did also make a mistake. I have a pawn right here that can go, oops, boom, diagonally. Took out that piece. See, this would be like an amateur-style game. I'm not even realizing the moves I'm making, but since their castles are still up intact, say, their next move, they do this. Shoot. No, they wouldn't do that because I would take it out and then checkmate. Well, not checkmate, actually. Just check, but still. So, they would just keep their pieces where they are, and they would get this one down another step. Right there. Move it down. I don't realize they did that, so I go here, and I go up 2. I don't move this piece at all. Move 1, he would take me, but he would be taking himself. So actually, to be smart, I would just go up 1. See, just 1. And then he could do this diagonally, but he'd be taking up another pawn. But their next move, he goes down 1. See, what he's trying to do is get down here to the bottom. With the pawn, if you get a pawn down there, you can bring back any lost pieces. Any. You know, usually you have your lost queen, so you want to bring her back, but nobody lost a queen yet. You know, but he could also bring back his knight, sideways unit. He could bring back any of those units on his side. But because he didn't realize my horse is right here, I can go right here and do this. Boom. So I'm, well, I'm playing against myself, so you can't beat yourself. I mean, since the losing, okay, so now it's their turn. They can use their castle, and they can take my unit out right there. They can take my horse out. Boom. They got my horse with their castle. And since there are no units that can take him out, oh wait, there is sideways unit right here. Boom, they lost another castle. See, I'm trying to show it as if, they're going to definitely lose. This is just kind of an indication of how the game works. Units, how they move. And I can't move that horse because of the diagonal. But I could take their unit, go down here with him. And I take this one, I go up, boom, here, diagonally, just to make a move. Their queen decides to do this. Goes, oh wait, yeah, their queen decides to go here, right there. Can't take the queen out yet, but the queen can only, so I can take him up, forget about it, and go up 2. Or go up 1, I'm thinking about it, with my piece. Queen goes, zoom. Now the queen is still safe. Oh, wait, she ain't. She just made a move that I can use my queen and go boom. Her queen is gone. See, so far, the king on their side hasn't moved an inch. But see, I'm worried about getting checkmates. So I'm going to take, okay, it's their move. So they would say he goes down over here. Well, no, over here. Yeah, he wouldn't want to go over there. Protect the king. So, say I just sacrifice this unit right here. Take this pawn out right here with my castle. Well, check. It ain't checkmate because he just moved him right there. And a diagonal piece can also work. But let's just say that he wants to use his castle this time. So he goes, boom, use his castle. Takes out mine. His castle's up here now. Took out mine. Oop. Right here. Okay. Well, it's obviously sure that I will win, but say I just say screw it and go. Since I'm already winning anyway, why not? Go up here diagonally. Take out this piece right here. Well, you're like, well, the king can do this. But the king can, and the king does decide to do that move right there. He decides to take out your piece, so you just used against his. But you got your queen right here, so your queen can't go up diagonally to take the king out, because if she goes up here, the king will take her. So she stays where she is. Keep her alive. And then you move again. You say you take. This pawn hasn't moved once, goes up twice. This piece is already up here. Yeah. Okay. Well, then he would take his king down. Can't do that. Checkmate. But you can't, so he leaves the king where it is. No, he takes the king back. Like this. So it actually gives him clearance for that other piece that he still has left to move. So. And I take this piece up and go up one. Right there. And he goes down two with this piece. Kind of blocks in. And I take this horse and I go over here. Boom. Then take his piece right here and go down here. Right there. See where I moved him? And then I take my horse and I go up here. Boom. And he moves his pawn down a one. Go 1, 2, 1. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Check. Let's see if it's checkmate. Okay, if the king goes here, he's safe. So he goes here, he's safe. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So he has multiple areas. So the king has to move because he's in check. Or yeah, the king's in check right here. So he goes here. Take this horse again. I go 2. 1, 2, 1. Check. As long as the king's in check, he has to keep moving. So he goes down here instead. I take my queen, I go up here. Kings can only move one space, so my queen's up there. He's in check again. Let's see. He goes down here. He's out. He goes up here. He's safe for now. He goes up here. He's safe. So let's say he goes up here. Either way, he goes up there. But let's say he goes diagonally up. I move my queen up. Check. Well, now the king just he has to go. He can go down. No, he can't. No, wait. Yeah, he can. He can go down here. My horse can't get him from there. So I take this piece. I go boom. Take out this other piece. King's still safe. took out their last major piece. So now the king, he's pretty much screaming. At this point, the game would be a stalemate. The winner would be the one that's keep pushing the king away, but I guess I get to say it's a stalemate because honestly, the king has no real way to get away from this battle. Can't go up one, but basically he's trapped. He goes over one. See, this would be a stalemate. He goes over one, horse will get him. He goes up one, queen will get him. You go diagonal one, queen would still get up here, but no, because the queen goes up there. So actually, he could go up here, thinking he's all clear and good. So the queen goes up here, and he wipes her out. But at this point of the game, you would just say stalemate. So nobody's a winner and nobody's a loser. See, I showed you a checkmate, and this is a stalemate. This is just when the king can only do so much. See, you can take your horse and you can go back down over here. Check. King can go over here. You know, stalemate. Well, this was it. All the pieces lost, all the pieces still there. This is a stalemate. I could play this game for hours and hours and still never be able to get him into checkmate at this point. I mean, I could try to get him into checkmate. I can move this one up. I could go, you know, he goes down one. No, he can't do that because he can go up one, but then he can go. One, two. Well, either way, this is a stalemate. I can go up here now and. You know, it's a stalemate. The game could go on for hours. See, when you get to a point like this in the game, you call it quits. This is against myself, so I stalemated myself. So, that's it.